It's been about a year now since my life changed. That's so dramatic. But it actually was dramatic for me. It was September 2018, and out of the blue, I was having unexplained health problems. On some random Sunday, they appeared. And it was, seriously, it was terrifying. It was horrible. I was freaking out. I didn't know what was happening to me. I didn't know why they were happening. And they were progressively getting worse. And it wasn't until February of this year, 2019, that I finally had real answers. So I was diagnosed with a rare disease called Meniere's disease. Now, it's an inner ear disease that impacts most people in similar ways, but they can be a little different. Like for me, it gives me horrible episodes of vertigo that last for many, many hours. And it's vertigo that like makes you fall over. Things are super dizzy. I can vomit. I just have to lay down. I can't do anything. And then I'm hungover almost for like multiple days afterwards. It gives me tinnitus in this ear constantly, never goes away, which is a high ringing, kind of thinking of like in those cop shows when they shoot a gun and you hear that high pitched sound. That's what it's like for me all the time. I've also lost hearing. It's a feeling of also being dizzy or off balance all the time, like you're on a boat kind of rocking back and forth. So these things could be different for other people, like I said. But it's been a year and I've been working through it, and I have a great specialist and it's been helping me figure out how to make some treatments and how to live with it. Because unfortunately, it's not curable. And there's no real effective ways to really stop any of it. There's ways to maybe help. So I didn't share any of this with you guys when it was happening because, well, I was freaked out and I didn't have answers. And I didn't want to spread that online. I don't want to freak all of you out. And I knew you would want answers from me, or maybe you would want to share advice or what to do. And frankly, I don't think I could have handled that because I just couldn't have gotten back to all of you. And I was already terrified in my own head and I couldn't deal with helping soothe everybody else. So I lived with it. My immediate family and some friends knew, and I worked through it and tried to figure out ways to manage it. But something that also happened was it also stopped me in my tracks. Like I paused on so many things. I had to stop doing the podcast because I couldn't travel. I couldn't get on planes. It was hard to even drive at some points. It was hard for me to work. I actually had to take some time off. It was hard to even leave the house. So it was just, everything just stopped so quickly for me. It was really hard to see what I could do next. Hence why my podcast has been on a really long hiatus. There was a real reason for it. I just couldn't do it. So I decided I wanted to share this all with you. Not just because I wanted to be dramatic and, share this crazy story of what I've been going through, but it's because I talk so much about that our stories matter and that we should share our story. Well, our stories aren't just one thing, and they're not just the happy stuff. They're also the stuff that sucks, that's crappy, that shapes us. And this has definitely shaped me. For a long time, I felt so isolated. I have this disease that nobody can see. You can't see it on me. I can walk by you, you'd never know I had it. And it's like this invisible disease. It helped me understand better even what mental health might be like for others, because we can't see that as well. It helped me understand just a lot of different things. It helped me understand my health is even more important than I thought. It made me grateful to have the abilities I could have. And after this year, it just helped me understand that this is part of who I am. And it's important for me to embrace it and tell the story, to let people know they're not alone if they're going through something sad or difficult or that feels isolating, because A lot of us are. So that's part of my story. It's not my only story. In fact, I have so many stories I want to share and tell and do and help people with. But it is part of my story, and I thought it was time that you guys all knew. So that's all there is. Feel free to let me know what you think. I'd love your feedback, your thoughts, your ideas. If there's something that you're going through that you haven't shared before, let me know.